All right, welcome to Two Guys, One Take. My name is Noah, and that is Turner, and we've got a game seven, it looks like, unless something crazy happens in this fourth quarter on the horizon, because last I checked, Pacers were up 30 before we started recording. Is that still the case, basically?
28.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Pacers at home are like the 15 Warriors from three. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know what you expected coming into this game, but this is not what I expected.
I didn't expect this at all. I know I asked you before the game, I was like, what did you take? And you said you took OKC -4. And I was like, the line went up to -6. And I got scared. I just took their money line, and I have no money. But I'm honestly happier that we're getting a game seven because it's gonna be fucking electric in OKC. And I don't know how early you tune into the games, but the pre games have been kind of fire. I'm
Oh
I'm glad
yeah,
they started doing that shit again. Kind
I
of
love the
fire.
pre-games. I love the
Yeah.
pre-game stuff. I honestly, I didn't notice when they took it away, but
Hmm.
like now that it's back, I'm like, dude, how did we ever live without this? It's great,
Yeah.
you
Why
know?
would you not want to broadcast that too?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And I know
gets everyone
NBC
more
said they're
hype.
going to keep it whenever they take over next year for TNT
Yeah.
for pretty much every game, which I think is fire. But
Hmm.
yeah, I obviously, like I said, or like you said, I took OKC -4 as soon as the line came out days ago. I took it because I just thought this was going to be coronation night for the Thunder, and I thought they were going to walk in Indiana and kind of punk them a little bit. I was worried about Halliburton's calf, and then Halliburton looked hurt, obviously, but he looked fine too. Like
The
he still
I
played
haven't
well.
noticed anything.
Yeah, he still played well. This game reminded me a lot of Game Four, where the Pacers were playing awesome defense. The Thunder couldn't hit any threes, but then the Thunder just won that game somehow. Um, but this was like the version of it, like the 9 times out of 10, this is how a game like that goes, and the Thunder won that 1 out of 10 game in Game
Yeah.
Four. But um, this was, I think I tweeted it. Quarter two was the best quarter of basketball like I've seen in a really long time from the
Yeah.
Pacers specifically. The Thunder
Hmm.
couldn't do anything. That pass from at the end from Halliburton to Siakam for the dunk, and then Siakam hits the step back with no time left.
Yeah.
Like it was just beautiful from start to finish. It was crazy.
You also gotta credit that to one 6 foot white dude running out there, man. He is fucking
TJ.
electric. He is electric. And I don't know if you've been seeing the edits on Twitter about TJ McConnell, but they are awesome. They are so
Yeah.
fucking sick. It's like, yeah, he wasn't the best shooter in college, wasn't the best player, not the most athletic. And then it's like just some little baby in the background and TJ just doing the most menace shit ever. Fucking
Yeah.
love that guy.
Cuts to him yelling about how he's a dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's allowed to do that. Anybody else does
Yes.
that, it's like kind of cringe, but he's allowed to do that forever. He's the man.
Yeah. He's in the history books too, man. For only player to come off the bench to get 5 steals, 5 assists.
Shout out TJ for that.
Shout out TJ, man.
I think he's in the history books for. I think he is one of the top. He's got to be top five guys that if he's on your team, he's your absolute favorite. He's the man. But
Yes.
if you're playing against him, you literally want to chop him in half. Like you
Yeah.
just can't stand him by the end of a 7 game series.
Top five white dude in the
Top five white
NBA.
guy, no, not in the NBA, just period.
Just pure white dude.
Yeah, just
White chocolate. Larry Bird.
pow.
How? Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, Timmy, yeah, Timmy.
TJ McConnell's number one. I need one more white dude. Uh,
Scalabrini.
Brian Scalabrine. There
There
we
you
go.
go, Red Mamba. Um, well, shout out TJ for real. He's been awesome off the bench, and him being so good off the bench is kind of what helped. I noticed they didn't limit Halliburton's minutes, but they were checking him in and out more, giving him like
Hmm.
short rests. And the fact
Yeah.
that you have McConnell to come off when that happens is a big luxury for the Pacers, especially
Yes.
at home. Like both these teams play really good at home, and the Thunder specifically do not play very well on the road. I kind of had just thrown that out as like, not that important coming into this game. That's why I bet on them, but seems pretty important. They are awesome at home and not very good on the road. So,
Yeah. I like what you said about TJ coming off the bench because, I mean, obviously Halliburton's their playmaker. But I think it was Richard Jefferson was saying that Tyrese is more of like getting those hockey assists, like pass to pass. But TJ's kind of like get to the rack and dish out kind of a guy. So I think having that other playmaker coming off the bench, especially with that much energy, is huge for the Pacers. And it kind of exposes the Thunder a little bit because the Thunder don't have that other guy. Like they have Jay Will and they have Shea, but they're always on the court together. So it like I said, it exposes them, and it kind of you can differentiate. You can see the difference between the Pacers and the Thunder in that way, just because they don't really have that other playmaker other than Shea.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of we were talking about it a few maybe game 3 when the Pacers looked really good, and I was saying it's good that everybody on the Thunder knows their role and that they all are so bought into it, and they're all kind of like clones of each other. Like Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, like all those guys, they kind of look similar, but they don't have, other than like Caruso, they don't get
yeah,
a lot of different looks from different guys coming off the bench offensively. They're all kind of like clones of each other. Um, they're all kind of the same size, like Jalen Williams, Wiggins, Joe, Shea. They're all like the same player, except for Shea's
yeah,
the best, obviously. But like just like physically, they're all the same. Um, so you're right, because when TJ comes off the bench, it's a totally different style of basketball. But the Pacers don't. That doesn't throw them off at all.
no,
But it does throw you off on defense, where all of a sudden McConnell's like really pushing pace. Like if you thought
oh
Halliburton was pushing pace, he's like really pushing it. And so and he does that like Steve Nash, like as soon as I get the ball, I'm going to drive directly to the paint, dribble around you, and then kick it out. And now three things are happening behind that, and you weren't ready for it. So it's
yeah.
been awesome.
I don't know if you saw the edit. I think it was Draymond Green talking shit about TJ McConnell and like fucking barbecue chicken. But no, he just impressed me, man. He's just that energy guy and brings defense. And obviously, you think you're gonna get some easy buckets against the man, but you don't.
Not
And,
easy. Definitely
and
not easy.
The Pacers bench is crazy. Like Shepard has been putting in a lot of minutes. I know we didn't see him early in the playoffs, but this series he's been getting a lot of minutes and
Benny.
playing well. Benny,
Benny
um,
off the bench.
Tony Bradley, killer. He got a
Yeah,
tech
the
today.
Tony Bradley minutes are funny because basically they're just like, Tony Bradley gets 6 fouls too. So let's just send him out there for 6 fouls, maybe.
Might as well, man.
Because he's just out there getting physical.
Yeah. And ever since that stat dropped that a Wizard player has won, or an ex-Wizard player has won the finals in like 11 straight years, the
Yeah.
NBA was like, fuck, we gotta get Thomas Bryant one again, man.
Where's my guy Thomas, man? Get him a corner three.
Dude, Tommy's nice.
Tommy B. Game 7 though, looking forward. I mean, it's at OKC. So my initial lean is going to be OKC because they've been so good at home, but I think game 7s are so we've seen OKC win a game 7 against Denver. This is different though. This is the NBA finals. I just think these are so tight and anything can happen. What are you thinking going into this?
I think it's gonna be a good game, just because we already saw Indiana win in OKC. So, I mean, but that was also buzzer beater. But I
Yeah.
mean, they can hold their own, and they're not as bad on the road as the Thunder are. So I think it's going to be a lot better of a game. I'm scared to look at the lines after this. Hopefully the money lines are more even, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm excited though. I'm glad it's going to a game 7, fucking
Me too.
extra basketball because after this, man,
Yep.
we just got baseball.
Yep. I'm excited it's going to game 7 too. If I had to guess the line, I bet it's going to be Thunder -8, and that gets bet down to like 7.
Yeah,
Because Vegas has been pretty consistent with them at home. They're like, we're going to make them big favorites.
yeah. Because I think
I think it's going to be close too.
before game 5, they're like -8 or -9.
-9, I think. And so, because I had them I think -9. I've bet the Thunder spread every game this series. Just I've been stubborn about it, but
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
scary.
think it's gonna be.
Bet
I
the
think it's gonna
fucking
be close too. I think it's gonna be
yeah.
close. If Halliburton hits a game winner in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, is this the best playoff run ever
From a player,
in terms of like clutch
yes.
shooting?
In terms of
I think
clutch shooting,
yes.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean he's
There's
had
no
like a
way
million
anyone's.
moments,
There's no way anyone is beating that.
and he could cap it off with that. Honestly, I don't care how I bet. If there's a chance for that to happen, I want it to happen. That'd be
Oh
awesome.
yeah, oh yeah, and yeah. I don't. I mean, especially after all the underrated things. I know we've said this a couple times, but
Yeah,
that'd be the best fashion. That would get the most ratings for the NBA and in the future. But the whole calf thing is weird to me because he hasn't limped one time.
he didn't look right in Game 5. Like
Hmm.
he played terrible and he looked bad. I don't know
Yeah,
what they
because he
did to
didn't have
him
a
if
field goal
they
in Game 5, right?
no field goals and only 6 points, I think.
Damn.
And he just didn't look good, and their whole team didn't look good. I don't know if they flew him to like some like Germany and got him some like stem cells or something, but he looked fine tonight. Like he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I know he started off shooting kind of cold, but he was moving okay. So I don't know, because when they said calf strain, I got nervous because that was like the Kevin Durant thing, like, oh, he has a calf strain, but he's going to play through it, and then torn Achilles. And
Yeah.
if you listen to anybody who follows the Celtics, they would tell you that Tatum was dealing with like a calf thing kind of under the radar before he tore his. And so I was like, man, I really hope like he actually is like cleared to play,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. So, but he looked great. So I think
He
Game Seven
did.
is going to be awesome. I'm very excited. I was reminded today, June 19th, 2016, Game 7 was the blocked by James game. So that
Oh
was, I think it was
God.
the last time we had a Game 7 in the finals.
Oh
I
God.
think.
I
So
don't remember another Game 7 other than
I don't, other than that's the last one I remember. Blocked by James.
that. The history books.
um, Poor Iggy. But yeah, Game 7. We'll see.
Poor Iggy. Yeah, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped
We
for
did
these
not
boys.
get a
Oh
Game
wait,
7.
I want
Oh,
to say one
go.
more thing. Fuck Chet Holmgren. He looks like a bitch. He's a
He's been
pussy.
bothering me, man.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Like before he didn't bother me. I don't know, like you said, I don't know if it's a haircut, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
he's just been bothering me, man. His facial expressions, he's just getting pushed around like a little bitch too, and like being a bitch about it. So
Yeah, he's the one guy on the Thunder because I think Jalen Williams has stepped into the role and grown up. I think Shea obviously has been there, grown up.
yeah.
Um, Chet is the one guy in like their core where I'm like, dude, you're kind of missing the mark completely. You have like
Mm-hmm.
this moment is too big for you. You seem
Yeah.
too young for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe next year is going to be your year, but I think that's what people get scared about the future of the Thunder is like if they can just like let's say they win Game 7, if they can just win this and Chet didn't even play good, what if he does play good next year in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Then it's like Jesus. But yeah, Game
I
7.
mean,
Hopefully Chet brings his A game for that.
imagine if they didn't have another like lockdown big like Hartenstein though. I don't even think they'd make it this far.
No, they and the way this series has gone, they definitely would be struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I was reminded of the other day,
James
which I
Johnson just checked in. Let's
let's go
go.
James.
Huge. Oldest
Finals
man in the
minutes.
NBA.
Finals minutes for James. Damn, Udonis Haslam vibes. I was reminded today, speaking of Pacers big men, I was reminded that James Wiseman is on the Pacers roster.
Yes.
He's just been hurt all year, so let's get him a second ring. What do you
Yeah.
say?
You
James
need
Wiseman,
one.
2 rings for the guy.
You need one for the man.
Um, but yeah, that's all I've got. Game 7, I'm excited. We will and Game 7's on Sunday, so we will be here
Yeah.
directly
Year
after to
after.
talk about it. We did not get a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Tough.
And my sweet boy, Connor McDavid, he was not very good most of the series and definitely not the last 2 games. And now, I bet a lot on the Oilers to win that series. I don't usually care about the Oilers. I'm a Ducks fan. I kind of hate the Oilers, but I really needed them, in this spot. And I do feel bad for McDavid because he's an all-time great, and 2 straight finals losses is rough. But I don't feel as bad for him as I do for Corey Perry, Ducks legend Corey Perry. Five out of the last 6 years, right? His team has lost in the Stanley Cup Finals
5 years in a row.
5 years in a row. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an insane run for Corey.
Yeah. Because I think he went Stars, Montreal. What was the game after that?
Dallas, Montreal.
I know he was Oilers.
I can't remember, man.
Yeah, I
But
forgot. But I'm glad you brought that up because my Twitter, all of the tweets about him, they're like kids in Africa thinking or wondering who Corey Perry is, and it's just Tom Brady.
this is who kids in Uganda think Corey Perry is.
Dude, so fucking funny, man. I don't know how
I'm
they
kind
come
of
up with this shit.
I'm kind of a sicko. Like when teams lose, I want the
Oh
finals
yeah.
champion merch, the stuff that's wrong. I think that's awesome.
No, I think that's so sick. I don't know why they don't just give that out to people. I don't know why we have
Yeah.
to ship it off places.
I would pay the regular amount of money for a Montreal Canadiens 2021 Stanley Cup Finals champion shirt.
Imagine the guy that has to edit I know they don't do the DVD anymore, but the guy that had to edit that whole DVD and then it just doesn't come out.
Dude, I know. They
That
do
would
the
be
DVD still. They do.
Oh,
You
nice.
you have to just go order it. You really have to be a fan to
Oh
go
yeah.
find it.
That
But
shit was huge though when we were growing up, man. I always wanted the Steelers DVD.
buddy, if you do not think I don't have a 2013 Seahawks Super Bowl DVD, then you are crazy.
Kids will
That thing
never
is
know.
great. I
Kids
gotta
will
dust
never
that
know.
thing. I gotta dust that thing off for my future kids and be like, check
Yes.
this out.
Check
Let me
this
show you a little
out.
something.
You got to put it into a PS3 too. So
Yeah,
it'll play.
exactly. Starts up like a jet.
Yeah.
I'm like, check this
Wow.
out. Look at Brandon Browner. He's huge.
Watch James Harrison run this 100 yards back, man. You'll
Don't
never
look at
see anything
anything.
like this.
Don't look at anything happening behind it. There's no holds. Just watch him. Just watch him chug along. Um, look at Larry Fitzgerald. Look at his despair.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but that is a thankless job. Like editing for the Oilers and then they lose in 6. That's rough. But I did want to shout out Brad Marchand for turning back the clock on the ice, and then also for being in rare form at the parade. The picture of him
Yes.
clearly hammered by the way his eyes look, with a coffee, a spiked iced tea, an armpit beer, and a cigar is fantastic. And
Yeah.
he's got the cup right next to him. So
I don't know.
can't get much better than that.
I couldn't imagine being a fan at one of those parades, but also being a player coming off of that. That's just got to be the best feeling ever.
It's a lot of I'd feel a lot of pressure. Like, do I need to get beyond hammered? Who was the player for the Eagles that was just the rookie, the cornerback that was just buckled,
Was it Cooper
completely
DeJean?
hammered? No, it wasn't DeJean. It was the other rookie from Toledo. I can't think of his name right now.
Damn.
But there's a video of him just hammered. Like the fans are talking to him, he can't even
Oh,
and they had to
yeah.
carry him away.
Mhm.
Shit, I cannot think of his name right now, but that was awesome.
I always think about the Bucks, the Tampa Bay Bucks winning the Super Bowl, and they did it on the boats, and they're
That
just
was awesome.
Tom Brady's fucking he had cucumber tequila or some shit.
Dude, Tampa Tom was getting out. He couldn't even get off the boat onto the
So
onto the
fucking
dock.
awesome, so fucking awesome. That video is all time, and them throwing the Lombardi Trophy over
Yeah.
the ocean.
No, that
So-
was scary, but that was
sick.
awesome.
That was dope. They need to just make another one, man.
I did
Tom's
see
I got 5 other ones.
I did see the Dolphins caught a little shade because I saw a little graphic that was South Florida, South Beach championships over the last decade, and it was the Heat had a couple still or something like that since the start of 2000. It was the Heat had a couple, obviously.
Mhm.
Panthers have had the last 2, and then there was some other team had some, and then it was the Dolphins, and it was one playoff win. So this Dolphins
Can't
caught a
be
little bit of a
worse.
stray.
Can't be worse than the Marlins, though.
The Marlins won the World Series, dude. Since 2000.
Oh fuck, they have. And
Mickey.
the oh my god, they have. And the Rays went
Mi-
to the. Did they
yeah,
go to the
and they
World Series?
the
Or
way the Rays went and they lost, but they were
that's what I
there
thought.
with Blake Snell. Um,
Oh yeah,
but
that was a game that Blake Snell got pulled too early.
way too early, like four
God,
and two thirds into the game, and he had a lot of pitches. But it's the World Series.
fuck, we're just
No,
nostalgia today.
we are nostalgia today, but I just wanted to throw that out there. The Dolphins have been a poverty franchise. The Marlins, dude, the Marlins are a better like franchise right now in South Beach than the Dolphins. So shout out young Miggy. I
Yeah.
can't I can't think of a guy that changed more throughout his career in terms of just his game because he used to be like awesome defense, all that stuff. But
And then Triple
um,
Crown, man.
wait, not to get more nostalgic, but I'm pretty sure it was that Marlins team where that poor Cubs fan caught the ball, but it was in fair territory,
Oh
and then
fuck.
the Cubs lost
Lost. It
because of
was.
him,
You're definitely right. It was.
and he was getting like verbally assaulted.
I'm pretty sure he had to have gotten death threats. There's no way he
He did,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there listening to the game on his headphones. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Not to get sad, but shout out the Panthers. There's really nothing else you can say.
Uh, one more thing. There's a viral edit going on. I know I sent it to you. But Trae Young caught another stray, man, down in Florida.
I saw that. Oh my god,
So-
I know. No reason to do that to him.
Fuck Trae Young. I'm
I'm
not
not
a
even a
Trae
Trae
Young
Young
hater.
guy.
I know. I'm not a Trae Young hater. I know on the East Coast they hate him.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he'd catch a stray down south like that. Like, what has he done to the Heat or anything, man?
Dude, they just don't like that guy. They just don't all the Eastern Conference teams just do not like that guy.
I don't know why. He said,
Ice Trae,
"Boo,
dude.
take your ass home."
Ice Trae.
Boo.
But yeah, Panthers, I mean, they're a wagon, dude. 3 straight finals, 2 straight wins.
Crazy.
I'm sure they'll find a way to re-sign Marchand and just run it back. It's going to be ridiculous.
Go bet on the Ducks.
Yeah, go bet on the Ducks for next year before we sign Mitchie Marner.
Over
You'll get
and
better
wins.
odds now.
Yup.
You'll get better odds now before we give Mitch Marner $16 million a year somehow.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to switch it up to? Oh, go.
The next viral thing that's been going on.
Some more Caitlin Clark drama.
Yeah, so it wasn't yesterday, but it was the day before that. Shit. Who gives a fuck what day? I think
That would
it
be
was
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, sorry. Appreciate that.
Yep.
The Indiana Fever were playing the Connecticut Suns. That always throws me off. They should
Me
not
too.
have called the Suns. But don't remember this girl's name, but she poked Caitlin in the eye in a play, got up in her face, told her to be humble. Caitlin pushed her away, told her, "I do whatever the fuck I want." And then I don't even know this some girl that used to play at Notre Dame. I hate her face already. But she came up and pushed Caitlin to the ground. Mind you, Caitlin got a tech, and this girl that poked her in the eye got a tech. Not the girl that pushed her to the ground. The girl that pushed her to the ground didn't get shit. So, Sophie, I think it's Sophie or Sophia Cunningham.
Sophie
being
Cunningham.
the bad bitch she is. There was this girl that poked her in the eye. Sorry, I don't know the names, but she was driving to the basket, took her down, and then we just got in a brawl, man. I
Grabbed her by the back of her hair
yeah.
and
I
said,
don't know
"Do
what-
something about it.
Yeah,
Do something about it."
I fucking love it. And the funniest thing is I don't think Sophie would have done anything if this girl didn't get up and like get straight into her face. So I love it.
No, but I like the enforcer because that's what would have happened in the NBA. If you
Oh,
would have
yeah.
if somebody would have done that to Shea, then Caruso would have like taken somebody's legs out
Oh
and
yeah.
then gotten in their face, and it would have been a thing. And so I liked to see it. I thought it was awesome. I'm happy that they're going to bat for Caitlin Clark because she's been getting beat up since she entered the league.
Yeah.
she got her revenge too, by the way, hitting that big three, like later,
Yes.
and then getting hype after.
Dude, she got so hype. I've never seen her get
I
that
haven't
hype
seen her
before.
get that hype. I think
She was like
emotions were
running
definitely
around
running
the
high.
court,
Yeah,
staring
I've
down the
never
other team's coach.
I've never
God
seen that
damn.
either because usually she comes off to me as like she's kind of subtly talking shit. Like I think she gets under people's skin for sure, but she doesn't usually like really instigate like that. So emotions must have been running. I mean, obviously pretty high. If you watch the sideline view of that, it looks awful. Like they poke her in the eye, she's like falling, and then she gets pushed as she's like can't see.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
and
and
for like no
she literally
reason.
pushed that one girl just to like get her away from her because she like got us.
Yeah,
I was like, this could have easily not have been the situation it was if you just like
no,
apologized or been like, damn, my bad, or just walked away.
and I'll never understand the way that this has like I get it when somebody comes in the league and you've been in the league for a while and they're a big star like this. Like LeBron got this. Like if like when he came in the league, like players in the Cavs were like, yeah, maybe he'll start. Like they were like kind of butthurt about it, like him getting all this attention, and then he was awesome,
Yeah.
and he kind of gets let off the hook. I feel like okay, cool. When she was a rookie, like if you guys want to get physical with her and give her like a welcome to the league moment, okay. But
Mhm.
now it's getting really old. Like it's just been happening for too long now, I feel like. And it's just like, dude, you're not proving like the point you think you're proving. She is bringing eyeballs to the sport. Like, you don't need to like bow down to her, but you also don't need to like, you can at least make it look like you're trying to like make a basketball play when you want to give her a hard foul.
Yeah. Yeah, that is well. The thing about it is, none of these have even been hard fouls. They've been just like blatant, like people getting mad at her and just like pushing her over. So it's like
That's what I'm saying.
you
Like
can't
at
argue.
least like if your plan is to try and get physical and like and you want to push her, at least make it look like you're trying to commit a foul rather
Yeah.
than just doing doing that. It just makes no sense to me.
I mean, it happens all the time in the NBA. Like you want to throw someone off their game, and you think that a hard foul is doing that. So you do a hard foul in a basketball play, and then
Yep.
see what goes from there. You just don't blatantly like one try to hurt someone or just like make yourself to look like the bad guy even more.
Yeah,
So
Lou Dort is the king of that. They need to watch Lou Dort film. He's the king of
yes,
the hard foul. That's actually just a message to be sent.
yeah,
Um,
and I fuck with that
but
too.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
mind it, but
no, not at all. If these were basketball plays, cool. But it's like just been weird. It's just weird.
um,
Um,
I'm
and
glad
I've
you
been
brought
seeing
that up
people
though
tweet.
with like all the veterans getting mad at Caitlin Clark because I mean there's been a lot of people who have said something. Like Kelsey Plum said something, Brianna Stewart has said something, even Sabrina
Yeah,
has said something, and Sabrina doesn't say shit about anything. So like,
no,
if anything, if Caitlin Clark does have an ego, you're just making her ego even bigger because you're talking about her. Like
yeah,
fucking any publicity is good publicity. So
no such thing as bad publicity. And she
that,
is a star. Like, dude,
oh
watching the
yeah,
NBA finals, watching the NBA finals, she's in back to back State Farm commercials
yeah,
during the biggest series in the league. They're
yeah,
putting her on TV
mm-hmm.
because she's a star because she's likable off the court as well. And so it's just like I don't know. It's just weird to me. I feel like she's laying the groundwork for like the future of the league, and
Yes,
that's not to say people before her didn't do that because
mm-hmm.
she wouldn't be here without them. But it's like it's just weird to me that they just kind of like assume ill intent like with her and everything she does. It's just very strange to me.
Yeah,
Um,
and she also
because
like
yeah,
I don't know if you've seen any of the press conferences or anything after what she said, but she never like talks about anything that happens on the court that has to do with like drama. She's always like for instance, after this game, she just literally just said she's like, "I'm here to talk about basketball. Like, if you guys want to talk about
yeah,
basketball, let's talk about basketball. We're going to the championship for this Commissioner's Cup or whatever. So like, we could talk about that." She's like, "I don't want to talk about anything," and like all the beef with Angel Reese and stuff, she never spoke out about that. So.
no, exactly. I think that drives them crazy though. Whenever it's that like she's not even feeding into it. I think she handles it really well. So shout out to her for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's crazy the way that she's been treated by the other players coming into the league, but she keeps balling out, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, always backs
I
it
want to
up.
say
Always backs
Sophie
it up.
Cunningham. I saw a video of her being the kicker for her high school football team.
That's
I
huge.
don't know, like it was like an old grainy video, so it's definitely real. And
That's
it's
so
definitely her.
sick.
And I was like, because the caption was something like, just when you think that she couldn't be more of like a badass or something like that. And she drilled the kick so that they showed on it was like a local news thing. So I was like, damn,
Wow.
that's fucking awesome.
That is fucking awesome. I can't wait to spread that everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to get that out. More people need to know about that. But she also, her jersey sold out online, and then she also
Yep.
gained 1.3 million followers on Instagram
That's
after that.
crazy.
Isn't that fucking
One
wild?
1.3 million is a lot. But see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. This gets eyeballs on the sport. Like I wouldn't have started watching college basketball, college women's basketball, if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. I
Oh yeah.
definitely wouldn't be tuning into WNBA games if it wasn't for her.
Especially
And
Indiana Suns game.
yeah, exactly. And it's taught me about some of the players before that. Like I didn't know about some of these people. I knew of them, but I didn't know anything about their game at all. So,
Yeah.
um, like if anything, they should be happy about it. They don't need to be like sucking up to it or anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, just a weird thing.
Yeah. We're
Moving
big
on to
Caitlin
another
Clark
weird thing though.
supporters. Yeah.
Another weird thing happened. The Yankees didn't score a run for 29 straight innings. 29 straight innings. The record is 48, in case you're wondering. The 1906
Damn.
Phillies. The 1906 Phillies didn't score a run for 48 straight innings.
God, I love it when they pull
Um,
out stats from fucking 100 years ago. It's so awesome.
they're like, yeah, it was 48 innings, and Whitey Ford actually pitched all 48 of those innings. He tore his arm in half, and he started pitching left-handed. And then he had to go to war. Can you believe it?
Can you
Um,
believe it?
they did. Speaking of that, they did a name that Yankee. So like they do that every game, and they
That
did
is one
one where the
reason why I
guy,
like watching the Yankees broadcast.
yes, name that Yankee. I'm always trying to figure out who it is. They did one that I obviously wasn't going to figure out. This guy played for the Yankees, then had to go get deployed for World War II, then came back and played more for the Yankees.
That's fucking awesome. Those people are so sick.
Yeah. So what a guy. I can't
What a
remember
guy.
his name, uh, but anyway, Yankees didn't score a run for 29 straight innings and had lost six straight. Uh, three to the Red Sox, who I hate to see that. We already talked about that. But then they lost three out of four to the Angels, who I've always said are good, by the way.
Yeah.
So they're good. They're good enough just to make you think they're good enough. Um, Mike Trout was smoking the ball this series, just so everybody's aware.
It's
I know
always good
people
to
don't really
see.
watch the Angels a lot, but I felt good about that at least.
You can't hate that.
No, I was excited because I want Mike Trout to play well. It
Mm.
just feels good to see him play well. But weird, it was weird. I don't want to make excuses, but like watching the games, there was multiple times where like Judge, Wells, some of our power hitters like absolutely squared up a ball, and then it would just like die at the warning track, and they would
Mm-hmm.
pull up a stat that's like, yeah, out of the 600 balls that have had a 108 mile per hour off the bat and this launch angle, they've all been home runs or doubles, and that one was the first out. So I think we were having some bad luck. We also just weren't playing very well on defense either. Like the fact that we couldn't score, we were also making like terrible like errors and base running mistakes. So
Yeah.
tough look for Booney and the boys. But we won today, and Devin came in and pitched good again. He's been pitching so well that
He has it. Ever
there's
since
like
we called him out, he's been hitting or pitching great, man.
there's like legit debates now because Weaver's going to be back this week of like,
Mm-hmm.
do we give Devin the closing job back or do we switch them up? I think you got to put Lukey back in the ninth until he fucks it up, and have
Yeah.
Devin just be the eighth inning
Setup guy.
guy. But
I love a
he
good
has
setup
looked
guy,
good.
man. Love a
Oh
good
yeah,
setup guy.
I love a good expensive setup guy that you trade Nestor Cortez and a prospect for. It's really good. But I'm happy about Devin. I complain about him a lot. That was a Yankees thing to say. Um, but I'm happy
Uh,
that he's put it together.
yeah. Just because I send you so much fucking Yankee shit, Yankee stuff always pops up on my timeline.
Yeah.
But there's a stat came up. They had like, it was a ranking. I think it was like the last 2 weeks of like hard hit outs, like squared up ball outs, um, exit velocity outs, obviously barreled outs, and like they were number one in all of them. So I didn't watch any of the games, but that popped up, and I was like, oh, probably just some fucking like a Yankee fan making some excuse. But it popped up like multiple times, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Now, watching the games, that does check out, but we also shot ourselves in the foot on defense multiple times. Like, I don't even, if some of those would have gotten out and been home runs, we wouldn't have lost 6 straight, but we still wouldn't have had like a great 6-game stretch, I don't think.
Yeah.
And when this happens, the Yankees fans immediately, including me, turn on Volpe the most.
I was
Because,
just about to say that.
yeah, because, and this includes me, I'm the worst about this. It's because every time we're struggling, there's always a guy like this on every team. Doesn't matter what age, whatever. When we're struggling to score runs, he always comes up with like runners on second and third and 2 outs and has the worst at bat you've ever seen. Like swings at pitches out of the zone, is missing by 10 feet on pitches, and then like rolls over to the third baseman and then the inning's over. He's always that guy that's up. And he's an awesome fielder, but when he does make an error, it is the worst
bad.
possible time.
It's really
like
bad.
the error yesterday with the bases loaded where we could have turned 2 and gotten out of it.
See that. Mm-hmm.
And he never bobbles that ball. But of course, in that situation, he bobbles it and we lose. And he has a below 290 career on base percentage. It's been 3 years of him starting at shortstop, and that's his career on base percentage. For a guy that we were told coming up was going to be like a speed on base, stolen bases, maybe a leadoff guy, that's fucking awful.
Did you say 290?
Below 290. It's like 280 something.
Dude, that is fucking terrible. I wonder what his OPS is.
Not good. It's in
Just
like
like
the
300?
sixes. I know it's in like the 6s or something, which is terrible. That's like replacement level, you know, like he's not I don't understand why he's just like automatically the guy. He's basically just been like gifted the position, but I mean our top prospect, he's only 19, but he's a shortstop, so I'm hoping maybe that's what happens, but
Later.
Volpe gets the brunt of it from the Yankees fans when things are going bad.
He does get, I don't know if it's because he's the kid that grew up as a Yankees fan and always wanted to play for the Yankees, or like that Italian heritage in him. And just Italians being mad at Italians.
Exactly. I don't know what it is, but I do it too. It's kind of like that meme, like the HR meme where like the first person comes in and they're like, the person's like, oh, you're so funny. And then the next guy comes in, he's a little bit chubby and they're like, HR, this guy's in my office. Basically like when Jason Dominguez like strikes out with runners in scoring position, I'm like, oh, it's okay.
Damn.
The Martian, you're fine, dude. Come here. Let me give you a hug. When Volpe does that, I'm like, you fucking idiot. What are you? Idiot sandwich.
Fuck, man.
But that, I mean, they won today, so off the snide. We got the Orioles, which is a big series, just because I don't like the Orioles. So if we can take 2 or 3 from them, I'll feel a lot better.
Yeah. My other thing on baseball, we don't really need to talk about the Pirates much because the Pirates went back to losing again. But the Pirates and the Tigers, I'm just going to say this is a collective fuck up on both of you. The game yesterday got rained out. It was supposed to be Heaney versus Scoobs. That was obviously the easiest win for the Tigers ever. You could see that. But that game got rained out. So today, they had the option to start Polly Boy against Mr. Scoobs. So I don't know why. Just to be a baseball fan, I don't give a fuck if you're a coach. You would want to see the 2 best pitchers like pitch against each other. That'd be sick as fuck. The world wanted it. The world needed it. But I don't know if it was Don Kelly. I don't know if it was I don't know the Tigers coach, but
AJ Hinch.
AJ Hinch. Wow, that's crazy.
The cheater.
Yeah. Oh, that kind of blows my mind. But yeah, they fucked up. I wish we could have seen Scoobs versus Skeens, but we didn't get it. But the Pirates did take 1 against the best team in baseball.
Yep, they took the Skeens start. And
Skeens, I mean, he had 9 Ks, but he gave up 3 runs. So
shout out to the Pirates for that. But not shout out to both coaches. They should have been like, hey, we're both starting our guys like for this game. We have to.
Literally just give the people what they want, man.
I can't think of 2 more electric, just big hoss pitchers than those two. So
Yes.
that would have been awesome. That stinks. Yeah, I mean, Pirates. Is it road to 30 still, or are we road to 40 now?
No, I think we're still in the 30s. I think we're like 39. Fuck.
It's okay. Um,
I'll give you an update here in a second. Oh,
my last.
yeah.
Go.
We got 30 today. 30 today.
Okay. Road to 30 is over. We are there. We're already there.
We're just 16 games back, man. I need the M's.
Just
I need the
16
M's
back.
this week. We need a couple games. Steal a couple from the Cubs.
Just
We're right
16
there.
back.
We're right there.
I have a quick baseball thing. I went to the Mariners Red Sox game the day after Rafi got traded. Got to sit with a lot of Red Sox fans,
Huge.
which was I was a secret assassin though. I just was very quiet, just listening, just getting the vibe of the Red Sox fans. I was
Did
like
you wear Mariners gear?
no, I just wore just plain, just regular
Generic.
clothes.
He showed up
Just
as a
generic
narc.
I showed up like a ninja. I was ready to. I was in enemy territory, and
You're
I
like
needed to get some information.
The generic character on a 2K, just the brown shirt
Yes.
they give you. That was you.
I looked like an NPC. I literally was wearing a gray long sleeve and like black jeans. And so
You should just wore Yankee gear, man. Just really mix it up.
there was a kid wearing Yankees gear, and he was getting a lot of shit.
Damn.
And
You
so
should just went and sat with them. And I'm here for it.
he seemed like the type of Yankees fan I don't really want to hang out with. But
Like the
but anyway.
preacher guy.
yeah, exactly. Yo. But anyway, they're pretty down in the dumps about Devers. But let me just say something. Every time Roman Anthony would come up to hit, smelled like shit.
Oh.
Smelled awful because he can't hit. He's terrible. And by the way, I know that I'm jinxing myself right now because every time I come on and talk about somebody on here, they go on an unreal run after I talk about them. So if you want Roman Anthony's first home run, go to their next game and sit
Oh my God.
in right field.
How many games has he played?
It's been since the first Yankees series that he got called up. Right after that, he got called up, which was a few weeks ago. It's got to be a month
No, it was
now.
the Rays. Yeah, it's about
Okay,
a
yeah.
month. June 9th to the 18th, so, I mean, actually
Okay.
not a month.
Like
but-
2 weeks.
He's batting 74 cents.
Yep. It's been rough for the number one prospect in baseball.
2 hits on 27 at-bats. Tough.
Yep. But I want to shout out Logan Gilbert. He had 10 Ks and a loss. And
Ooh. Was that
yeah, rough.
the Guardians one today?
No, this was the game I was at. He had 10 Ks and a loss.
Wait, Logan Gilbert. Fuck. I
Yeah.
don't know why I was thinking Logan Webb.
No,
God
but
damn
you're
it.
thinking of Gavin Williams. He did strike out like 9 guys today, and they lost 2-1 to the
I
Giants.
think I bet on that game too.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but who pitched? Oh no.
Giolito and Gilbert. And
That's
Giolito
tough.
shoved too. He had like 8 Ks. It was 2-0. The Red Sox won 2-0. Dude, the game started at 6:40. I left at 8:40 in the 8th inning.
Wow. That's actually
It
kind
was
of awesome.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Quick
the
quickest
game
ever.
the game the next day was kind of sick too. It
And
was
our friend Devin was at that one.
Devin. Devin got to
Yep.
see Crochet pitch
Yeah.
and Castillo. Castillo didn't pitch the best, but he didn't pitch bad. It was a good game. God, we're on a
Devin
weird
got to
tangent,
see
man.
the boys.
I do love watching Garrett Crochet though, but and Marcelo
Yeah.
Myers kind of been killing it a little bit too. I know he just got called up.
Yep, and the Red Sox just optioned their other big prospect, Campbell, back to AAA to go work on some things. He got off to like a
Really?
crazy start in April. He was awesome in April, and then I think since mid May he's been hitting like 193,
Dude,
and
I
just
didn't
kind of
mind him.
not.
I didn't mind watching him.
He gave me. I thought he was pretty good, and I do like the story that like when Devers said he wouldn't play first base. I guess Christian Campbell was like, well, I'll play first base if that's what's best for the team. And Devers got mad at him, apparently, and was like, dude, fuck you. So maybe that shook his confidence. I don't know.
That's so funny.
I kept seeing memes of like Devers when you're trying to be like a good teammate and he like has a gun pointed like right at you.
Oh fuck, that's lit.
We should close on that. Devers, we talked about the trade, but just to put a bow on it, him doing the press conference with San Francisco and being like, "I will play anywhere," was cinema. That was perfect.
I love that, and I really hope they do put him at first base. Just cause. It'd be even better if they had like a series against the Red Sox.
They do this weekend. They're playing the Red Sox. Dude, starting tomorrow.
How did I not know about this? Why is
starting tomorrow they play the Red Sox? Well, starting tomorrow they play the Red Sox, and I am hoping to God he plays first base in this series.
That would just be the best thing they could do.
Because then everybody that gets on base has to see him.
Yeah. Isn't he on? Oh, no, that would be his dugout side. I was going to say, that'd be even better if it was fucking the Red Sox dugout.
They just throw him in at third base.
That would be...
just for fun. But, yeah, Rafi doing that was awesome. Just basically being like, yeah, dude, I'll play anywhere. I'm a good teammate. I'll do whatever you want. Just not for the fucking Red Sox. Yeah, no, they do play him this weekend, so I will be watching.
Wow. J-Dub just broke the record for the worst plus-minus in NBA Finals history.
The worst?
Yeah, it was minus 40.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Did they leave him out there for garbage time or something?
No.
That's crazy.
Uh-uh.
Wow. That is rough.
I also wanted to say, I don't know if I threw this in here, but that's the third game this series where the team with the most turnover, yeah, I think it's the team with the most turnovers after the first two quarters won.
Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
Kind of wild.
Well, damn. Well, Game 7. I'm excited.
Game 7, Sunday.
Yep. Last thing. If you're watching Love Island, which you should be, because it's fantastic, you will understand this. Fuck Huda. All my homies hate Huda. There's a girl on the show named Huda.
No, I've been seeing it on social media because, like, you know how your phones work and they tap into all this shit what we're talking about. It's been popping up. So,
okay, well,
Huda's a bitch. Is Huda the one that has kids?
She has a kid, and she left the kid to go to Love Island. Which, okay, like, I guess do you? Yeah. But she's just been an absolute psycho and like just raising hell in the villa. And it's been triggering me. I was like legitimately angry at my TV the other night, which is not healthy. But
dude, I just don't know if I could get into that stuff. Like, I know if I start watching it, I'll most definitely get into it. But like, I don't know if I want that for myself.
You don't. Something about it sucks you in. I don't know if it's like the colors or like the narrator, like it's kind of funny, or the music. Like something about it is just you feel like, oh, I could watch this. Like even in your head, you're like, why am I watching this? But you're like, I could watch this for 3 straight hours. Like,
I think it's the cliffhangers, man. It's always the cliffhangers, and you're like, and then know.
The narrator comes in like a brand new bombshell enters the villa, and you're like, holy shit, who is it?
You kidding? God, that's
another
awesome.
Bombshell. Tell me who it is. But anyway, shout out Love Island. Fuck Huda, but shout out to Nick. He's been funny on Love Island. I like that guy. So
Nick Zahner. Shout out Nick Zahner.
Shout out Nick Zahner. I'm gonna go play softball with you right now.
Yeah. Noah's in Walla Walla.
I'm in Walla, and I'm about to go play softball for the first time in my life. So wish me luck, listeners.
With our friends. Good luck, man. Hit a fucking ball.
I will try.
But on that note, like, comment, hate us in the comments.
Mean things.
Still.
Comment mean things. And
this is just like an open invite to be mean, and you do it. You guys don't even want to do it.
Nobody makes it to the end of the episode. They don't want to hear us talk about being mean.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, peace.
Later, y'all.